tires screeched violently on Highway 281, just outside San Antonio, Texas. A woman had thrown herself into the middle of the busy road, arms raised as if trying to stop the entire world. A small gray dog was being dragged under the rear axle of a massive red truck, its collar leash tangled tightly around the wheel. The dog did not bark. It did not growl. Its eyes, wide with fear yet glimmering with desperate hope, locked onto the woman. The wind howled. The wheel rolled another inch. A single terrifying question hung in the air. Would she make it in time? Her name was Linda Thompson, 61 years old. She lived alone in a small house 5 minutes from the highway. Since her husband died 3 years ago, her daily purpose came from volunteering at a local animal rescue center. That morning, 7:45 a.m., late November, the sky was bleak and chilly. Fog hugged the road like a thin winter blanket. Linda was driving to buy more food for the rescue dogs. She always kept a few bags of dog treats in her car, just in case she met a stray in need. Then she saw it. A small dog, thin and dirty, running frantically behind the truck. The leash on its neck had been sucked into the wheel. Every stride yanked its body harshly toward the ground. Linda's breath caught. The image reminded her of her old dog who had passed away from illness. Her heart twisted painfully. The scene was silent, just the desperate chase for survival. Linda slowed her car and rolled down the window. "Hey, stop the truck! The dog!" Her voice was swallowed by the engine's roar. The dog turned for a split second. One glance, terrified, hopeful, a silent signal. "Please, do not leave me." That was enough. Linda made her choice. No hesitation, no fear, no turning away. She accelerated, overtook the truck, turned sharply, and blocked the road. The truck's horn exploded in anger. "Honk!" A bulky man stepped down from the driver's seat, furious and confused. "Lady, what are you doing? Are you trying to cause an accident?" Still catching her breath, Linda pointed behind him. "The dog. It's trapped under your truck." The man froze. He walked to the back. There the dog lay, chest rising and falling, in quick panic, too exhausted to move. He frowned. "Look, the dog isn't mine. I don't want trouble. I gotta work." Linda took a firm step forward. "I will not let this dog die here. If you do nothing, I will call the police immediately." The dog's whimper followed, a small voice pleading for a chance. A long, tense silence. The driver finally nodded. He bent down and worked to free the leash. As he pulled the collar up slightly, they saw it. Old scar tissue, deep wounds, fresh cuts from tight restraints. This dog had been bound cruelly, starved, abandoned. Linda trembled. What have they done to this poor thing? The driver sighed and spoke quietly. "I stopped by a junkyard earlier. The dog came to me, licking my hand. I just gave it some food and left. The leash must have gotten caught without me noticing." Linda's fear surged, a tidal wave of realizations. If she had not driven by at that exact moment. The dog looked up at her again, the spark of trust, faint yet undeniable. Linda insisted they get the dog to a vet immediately. The driver carried it into Linda's car. The dog whimpered, breathing shallow, eyelids drooping. "Its heart is weak," Linda whispered. She slammed the door and floored the gas pedal. Traffic thickened, trucks ahead. Clock, 8:12 a.m. She rolled down her window, shouting, "Please, move aside. We are saving a life." Cars parted slowly, uneasy but cooperative. Wind slapped her face. Her hands gripped the wheel. Her pulse thundered in her ears. The dog lay next to her, each breath a painful fight. A pothole. The car jolted violently. The dog cried out. Linda's voice cracked. "Stay with me. Please stay with me." A stoplight turned red. No time. She swerved through the intersection, nearly colliding. Horns screamed behind her. Then she saw it. The veterinary clinic sign. Linda braked hard, jumped out, scooped the dog into her arms, and ran inside screaming, "Please help, it is dying." Veterinarians rushed in. They worked quickly. The diagnosis, dehydration, malnutrition, trauma, critical, yet survivable. Linda sat in the waiting room. The driver sat beside her, eyes lowered, silence heavy with guilt and worry. At 10:20 a.m., the vet stepped out. "We saved her. She is a fighter." Relief shattered Linda's composure. She covered her mouth, tears spilling silently. The driver wiped his eyes, pretending he had dust in them. Inside, the dog lay under a warm blanket. It slowly opened its eyes and licked Linda's hand. A silent thank you. The driver placed his wallet on the desk. "My fault. I will pay the entire bill. She deserves that much." Linda looked at him, recognizing not just guilt, but compassion being reborn. 1 week later, Linda returned to pick the dog up. She had a new name, Hope. Hope ran toward her, small paws wrapping around her leg. She looked healthier. Her eyes sparkled again. The truck driver visited too, carrying food and toys, smiling shyly at Hope like an old friend. On the rescue center's winter grass, under a soft Texas afternoon sun, Linda watched Hope play with other dogs. Warmth filled the broken spaces left by grief and loneliness. Linda whispered to herself, "Saving an animal sometimes means saving the good in us that we forgot existed." Anyone passing by would understand why a woman risked her life on a highway that morning. If this story touched your heart, please leave a comment. Where are you watching from today? And subscribe for more true acts of kindness and rescue miracles.